Ahoy, this is Zdenka. How do you film YouTube videos on your phone? Let me show you step by step and explain it simply so you can get started in no time. This video applies to any phone. You don't need to have the latest flagship model and you don't need any expensive accessories. What you have to do is follow all steps explained in this video to get the best results possible. This video is brought to you by Epidemic Sound. Let's start with choosing where you want to film the video. You can film indoors or you can film outdoors. The key is to find a background that is not distracting. You're the key element in the frame. All the focus should be on you. Your audience needs to focus on what you're saying and not get distracted with what is happening behind your head. The simpler the background, the better the result will be. What you want is a simple or plain background directly behind you with elements on the sides that ties it together to create a frame. Don't just use a plain wall, it will be like a mugshot. It's also important to be a bit further away from the background elements to add a little bit blur to the background. You will be sharp, you will be more the main focus and look a bit more professional. If you are too close to the background, everything will be way too sharp. If you will be filming outdoors, the same thing. Look for simple backgrounds, make sure there is no pole or tree behind your head, choose a quiet place away from people talking as the camera will pick up that as well. If you hear music, move away too as that could get you copyright issues. The next step would be camera placement. For talking head videos, you need a tripod, nothing fancy, there are many cheap options online. You will get much better quality if you will be filming with rear cameras, as the rear cameras have a larger sensor and lower aperture. That means that the background won't be as sharp, it will look more cinematic, it will be actually slightly blurry. I know that you prefer to see yourself filming with a selfie camera. There are two things you can do to solve the problem. There are plenty of selfie monitors to choose from, some are cheaper. You just attach that to the smartphone to be able to see yourself. This is the best option. Or if you are using an iPhone and you own an Apple Watch, you can check the preview there. If you don't have these options, you will have to get up and check once you record the first clip. What is very important is how high you place the camera. The worst thing you can do is placing the camera on the desk, very low angle, pointing up. You're gonna get a double chin. It's not gonna be very pleasant. The camera should be at your eye level. I sometimes bring the camera a tiny bit higher so it looks slightly down at me. This is a trick I use to have slimmer face and bigger eyes. What is also very important is to level the picture so your horizon lines are straight. The better you prepare now, the less editing and fixing you have later on in the post. If you have a grid option on your phone, enable that as well, as it will help you frame it correctly. You should be in the middle and elements on the sides. Look at the frame overall. Do you have a little bit of a headroom? Are you too close at the top? How do the sides look? Move the camera a little bit away and see how it looks. Sometimes moving it only a couple of inches will make a huge difference. At this point, I would adjust all camera settings. The most basic setting is resolution and frame rate. For YouTube, you always want to film in 4K, as many people are watching videos on TV screens, so you want to give them the best quality possible. Even if you zoom in slightly in the post, there will be no visible quality loss. The frame rate you want to select is either 24 or 30 frames per second. I prefer 24. The higher frame rates, such as 60 frames per second, are used for B-roll. Those are the clips that show what you are talking about. Stay away from HDR as that creates problems in a post. You might get different colors. It is better to stay with just a normal video. Filming in automatic mode is totally fine. I'd say don't complicate your things until you get very comfortable with studio setup, lighting, sound, and all that. Then you can play later on with manual settings. For this video, let's stay in automatic mode only. If your phone has a lock white balance option, make sure you enable it, as you don't want the camera to change colors throughout the recording, especially if you film outdoors. If you have an iPhone, go to Settings, scroll down and tap Camera. Then go to Record Video and scroll down where you see Lock White Balance. Now this tip relates to filming outdoors. If you are finding that the picture is a bit too bright, you can adjust the exposure. You cannot really tap on Lock the exposure as you are using rear cameras to film yourself. So you can do this step with EV. Smartphones overexpose a bit, so I usually pull it down slightly to minus 0.3. Sometimes I go even lower to minus 0.7. Now that you have the right background, your camera is placed correctly and you have the right settings, the next step will be working on lighting. If you will be filming outdoors on an overcast day, you don't need to do anything. You will get the best light as the clouds make the light soft, just like a studio light. If you will be filming on a sunny day, try to film early in the morning or late in the evening when the sun is lower. If you must film around noon, look for open shade as the sun will be directly above you. You will get these really ugly shadows on your face. Here I'm standing in the shade and light from the ground is lighting up my face. If you will be filming indoors and you have no lights, choose a place to film where you are facing a window. What you don't want to do is have the window behind you. You will end up extremely dark. If it's too bright outside, you can adjust the blinds on the window to tone it down or simply move away from the window a bit and you are done. If you're in a position that you chose a room with very little windows or no windows whatsoever and you are able to invest into a light, I would highly suggest a light with softbox. I'll link some budget options below the video in the description. The one I use is very expensive. It has also a grid that makes the light go only on me. It's not going to spill on the background. You want to place the softbox as close to you as possible, but not directly in front of you. If you do that, the light will make your face look very flat. If you move the light a bit to the side, you will get a really nice shadow on your face. Don't turn the light on at 100% strength, but tone it down so that it's soft, so your face is not lit up way too much. You also want to save your eyes. Trust me, 20 years in photography and video, I've got damage in my right eye. I have a small window on the side, which I like to cover for more consistent control light. As far as background lights go, you can add a little lamp somewhere on the side, or better yet, what I do is use these cheap LED lights. For the middle, I choose color based on what I am wearing. If I wear purple, I choose similar color to that. If I wear white or black, then I decide if I want to go with blue or golden light. I don't put it at 100%, just enough so the background gets some color. Are you enjoying this tutorial so far? I hope so. When I'm creating these videos for you, I make sure to choose the right music to set the right mood. I use Epidemic Sound Music Service exclusively as they have a massive library of human-made music that you can use on any social media, your YouTube channel, you name it. What sets apart Epidemic Sound from others are additional tools such as Assistant. It is an AI-powered tool that allows you to find the music fast. All you have to do is describe in plain language your project, what type of music you're looking for, and it will suggest music and sound effects in multiple genres. Once you find the perfect song, you can use the Adapt tool to customize it further. What if you don't need the full song, but only a part or certain length? Select your preferred length and it will give you several versions to choose from. What if you already have the video edited, but you really don't have any time to search for the music and sound effects and actually edit? Upload the video to Studio and let the AI find the right music, sound effects, and finish the edit. You can see the final edit here. Here are all audio tracks. Fast and simple. Link to Epidemic Sound can be found below the video in the video description. Use my code Zdenka50 to get 50% off for 2 months after your free trial. Thank you very much Epidemic Sound for making this video possible. Let's stay with sound for a bit. When you are starting out, you will probably, most likely, for sure, only focus on the picture, but you will pretty much forget about the audio, but that is also very important, if not even more important. When I was starting out, people were complaining about echo, then about strong S sound when I speak, music was too loud, and so on. What I highly suggest is avoiding filming with a built-in microphone. Get an external microphone, something like this. These are not expensive. These connect via Bluetooth and will give you great audio. I'll link some option below. Well, this is the sound with beautiful echo in this room. If you would be recording yourself with a built-in microphone, you would not get anything nice. This is how it would sound, which is quite terrible. Right now I'm recording myself with the external microphone, and even though I hear a lot of echo, you should be hearing way better sound. I don't even have sound blankets out. I just want to show the difference between built-in microphone and this external microphone. If you have an echo in your room, having a microphone so close to your mouth will help. What I also did to get rid of echo was placing blankets on the ground all around me. You can use coats, blankets, or cushions. As I have been doing this for almost 9 years now, I was able to invest into proper sun blankets, but you don't need them right now. They are not cheap. For filming outdoors, the same thing. Don't use a built-in microphone unless it's pure vlog that is meant to be authentic. Here's just a quick example how it would sound if you would be recording yourself outdoors just with a built-in microphone. I'm standing fairly close to the traffic. You might hear sounds of the cars. If you're after more professional quality, an external mic is a must. I usually place it under my t-shirt so it's not visible, and that way I also avoid wearing wind muff as the t-shirt blocks the wind for me. The sound should be way better. I'm using an external microphone. I have it actually under my t-shirt. You might see just a little tiny magnet here. I have noise reduction enabled as well, so the traffic sound should be very minimal. Bottom line, always use external microphone. You'll be heard way better. So this is the entire setup. Lots of these new microphones also have a built-in remote, so you can control the record button from there. The first filming will feel kind of uncomfortable. It will feel very overwhelming and even intimidating, but it will become way easier and natural. The more you do it, you just have to repeat and practice. That's all it is. Best wishes and enjoy. Give it a thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in one of those next. Ciao. Ahoj.